Good afternoon, Facebook friend. There we go. Navigate Home. So welcome to Navigate Home. This is Kim Russell with Next Step for Seniors. I am a senior placement specialist in McBain with Century 21, and I decided to type of situation when you're really stressful and chaotic and trying to figure out what to do for your loved ones, for your mom and dad, sister, brother, when they're in a stressful situation, what a power of attorney is, what does that look like for medical and for care. So we decided to create a professional group that really concentrates in our, this keeps connecting and available. Okay, hopefully I'm connected. That we really want to our ability. So that's why we created Navigate Home. So today I'm talking about the challenges that we're facing in this pandemic and what does that look like. So I'm going to be talking from my perspective as that it's no cost to the family, but we help you during this stressful, chaotic time, trying to figure out what that next step for your issue is. They have memory care issues, and it's really becoming a struggle. So you might need some home care, or you might need to put them in assisted living, maybe function independently, but they need that 24-hour guidance. And so what does that look like? So that's where we Next Step for Seniors. Our company is owned by Wendy Jones, and we are a company that doesn't just give you an email or your own, try to figure this out. What we do is we lock arms with you and we really walk you through. So that could be a variety of different places, and there's so many senior living homes and with care or assisted living or memory care. So that's what we try to figure out. We can help streamline that process in pointing you into the right direction of someone that's an expertise in that. Maybe your loved one needs to sell their home, care of it. So we streamline and find your resources for that. So that's what Navigate Home into their home. So then we would try to find a home care company that would be a really good fit for your loved ones. Maybe your mom was from Italy and native language, and so trying to find someone that can help her and understand her in her native living with care is a great option. And what does that mean? That means that your mom or dad can do their basic vacation reminders, or help with their showers, or help with just cooking. They can't really cook any longer, and they're not getting the nutritional needs. And seniors really need cognitive stimulation. And so when they're isolated in their own home, they're really not getting that cognitive stimulation, and we're seeing seniors that are really struggling with the pandemic. So what does that mean after the vaccine? If you're in independent living, have an opportunity to get the vaccine through that community. Now, skilled is basically, it's more in a nursing home, skilled nursing that you really, so that community, they're getting vaccinated, but it's really not. And then we have memory care, which is more of a community that has security, so your loved one can't wander off, or when they're up at 2 o'clock in the morning, we call it sundowners, when they're just to be part of their world at that moment. That's what we would do to help them through those tough times. Those kind of visitations after the vaccine, they're starting to open up. So when you have your community that's vaccinated, they don't have to be vaccinated. That's up to the family if they would like their loved ones vaccinated. And so that opens up an opportunity for a space for them to go visit their loved ones. Of course, for those kind of things, but the assisted living, that's opening up a little bit more too, where getting more care. So you have people that are continuing to keep them, someone that's coming in and to do their linen service or to make their bed. Again, more eyes on them. Someone to help them with their medication or a standby shower. They're nursing that needs more eyes on them. So that's what the assisted living is when they're really struggling with some of those just daily living things that they need help with. That's a really good option to go with assisted living. But what does that mean for visitation? All the communities have a basic guideline through the CD, a little bit different, and the vaccination of the community, the number of vaccinated, closer to 70% vaccinated. And so it's really, the communities are looking for guideline at the health department percent of the time. We really would like to have some people come in, and if this is a really important part of visitation and what you want, we try to have the right fit. So what does that mean? That means that we have to look at what the finances are, still do gardening. We want a nice outdoor courtyard space, maybe stand-up gardens where they could do some gardening at. Cards, and they want to play bridge or euchre or something like that. Then we're looking about all these senior communities as they really try to give that loved one purpose and let them thrive in this season of their life. It doesn't mean if this season of the ADLs, the adult daily living, or they're struggling with preparing meals. We believe that God's given us breath until that time for us is up here on earth, then we're still going to try to find a great environment for them to have purpose and to still thrive in. The other important thing is just waiting too long. And they really need more care than they can really opt in at home. And so they're really struggling with keeping up with the care of their loved ones. And what happens are primarily the caregiver. And so when we find a place for them, then they can go back to the role of being the family member and their wife or husband or son or daughter and let the care of. So the challenges after the vaccine is we were hoping that the visitation would be opened up. We have to wear our masks. We should still be separating 6 feet apart. But the really important thing is to where you can and when you can, even taking them outdoors. We know that outdoors is a ride around the park. So we know that the vaccine is helping us significantly. The numbers are going down. Things are really, but visitation is the most important thing. And that's a really important family choice. He had not seen his mother-in-law all year. And unfortunately, she just passed away the last couple of weeks. But there's just so many other factors as we age that we can pass from being where they need us to be and still protecting them. So the vaccine definitely helps with that. So if you're independent senior, it's a little bit harder than if you're in a community. If you're in a community, they are getting the vaccine sometimes for a pharmaceutical company, and so they're getting those vaccines. The other independent, like my mom, is currently in her own condo, so it was really hard for us to find a Mary Miller on Channel 7. That's opening up a little bit. I know that the county's saying we're not ready to take you, but you are on the list, so stay tuned. So when you're in that 60-ish bracket, they are starting to filter down the caregivers, the teachers, that type of thing. That was their first focus. Now, has it rolled out? We have to just keep moving forward, and what does that look like? So for your loved one, get them on any kind of list that you can get them. Beaumont, Ascension, St. Joe's, Trinity, all of those resources, just take them off the other list. But it's important for us to protect them as much as we possibly can. Now, there's the Pfizer, and then there's the Moderna vaccine, and then Johnson & Johnson has just come out with a vaccine. The Johnson & Johnson, and I'm not familiar with where that is being rolled out currently. I know that the Pfizer and Moderna, they are already rolled out. They also have to be refrigerated. So typically they're almost like that's why you have to continue to be on a list. So when we're looking for loved ones in placement and visitation, we are looking individual in their peer group where they can continue to, thrive and make friends, play cards together, do puzzles together, those kind of things. Chair exercises, chair yoga, to help you find the right fit within your budget. So answer them to the best of my abilities. So basically the topic was challenges after the vaccine. We still have to wear your mask, continue to do as much outdoors as you can. Really engage. Make sure that you're engaging and you're cognitively stimulating your loved ones so that cognitive. If you need a place, if they're not independent anymore and they need some extra help, family, anything, we do all this for the family. We give them resources and we try to match them up to the community and the location that you with your loved ones. So I hope that helped. I hope that you we want to go out and to be with our loved ones. Restaurants are opening up. We just took my father-in-law and my mom out to the Huron area and watched the ice flows, and it was just super fun just to be together in the and taking them out to dinner. So we've been locked up for a year. It's time to start breaking out, and is best fits your family. It's a very personal decision where you want to go. See you soon, and tune in to Navigate Home.